Hey Aquarius, this is your reading for November 2023. This is for Aquarius sun or rising signs. So if this is your first time, I'm feeling this card here. Where is it? There it is. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. This is amongst the other types of videos that I put out, probably one of the longer videos because we're looking at the entire month. So we're going to look at the progression of the month, any kind of challenges that might be coming up for you along the way, and any kind of, well, one particular challenge, like more prominent challenge we'll be looking at for you, and then also any kind of like guidance or advice that's coming through as well. So that's what we're looking at here. It is a collective reading, so keep that in mind, right? Like some readings some month are going to resonate and some are not when you're looking at collective readings. That's just the way that goes. So you want to be careful to just know that if it's your message, if it feels like it is resonant with you, awesome, amazing, then go ahead and take that. If it doesn't, then maybe go check out, if this is your sun sign, go check out your rising sign. You know, as I always say, the best way to get a very specific read on what's going on with a particular situation for you is to actually get a one-to-one reading. So if you want to do that with me or someone else, but if you want to do that with me, then you're welcome to book that down below in the description box. I have that there. Okay. Had a few people get some of these cards this month, so that's interesting. All right. Seems to be maybe like with the collective reading, it makes sense, right? Like there's a collective vibe. Yeah. So a bunch of people have gotten some of these cards actually. So, and you see me shuffling. This is the way it goes. So let's start out by looking like what area of your life seems to be really coming up into focus, more prominent, right? And we're looking at the 9th house. This particular area of your life has to do with well, first of all, it could be very much about physical travel, like going to places abroad, right? Other countries, other places that are kind of far off. This can also be working with or studying with people that are from abroad, you know, from wherever you are. And also this can be just about study in general, like higher learning study. I wouldn't say like high school. I would say like deepening your studies. It can also be you teaching about these things. And this house also has to do with our world perspective, our worldview, our beliefs, our spiritual beliefs, right? So when we're looking at exploration and expansion in the 9th house, we are talking about that in the way of like the expansion of our beliefs, of ourself, of our physical spaces, right? Like there is this expansion and exploration that can really happen of our mind, right? All these things. So let's take a look at how the month is unfolding. We have the 4 of Cups, the Queen of Wands, love that, and then the 3 of Wands. In the challenge position, we have the King of Swords, and then we have the 6 of Cups as a guidance card for you. So let's start out with each one of these, go a little bit deeper. So we're looking at the 4 of Cups here. 4 of Cups, you know, I get the sense that you might be feeling a little bit maybe bored, maybe complacent, maybe not so excited necessarily about some of the options that are in front of you. And I think that you are being presented with options that either you don't see or you're not entertaining because you feel like, nah, I'm not really so interested in that, right? So, and like, it's almost like the universe, like, or your guides are trying to kind of like hand you things. They're like, here's an, like, check this out. And you're just like, no, it just doesn't look or feel the way that I want it to, right? And so this card, when it shows up like this, like you want to widen your gaze, widen your perspective so that you can actually recognize and see some of the opportunities that are showing up, right? Not all of the opportunities are going to be like it on the first try, right? It might be a stepping stone to get you where it is that you need to go. And so this is really about like widening that gaze so that you can see some more of the opportunities that are coming in your direction. In the middle of the month, I think that you're more feeling yourself in the middle of the month. You and Sagittarius both got this in the middle of the month. So there's something there about like the feeling, you know, I'm feeling myself, right? Like feeling more confident, more like in yourself, more in your passion, more gosh, yeah, I want to say like the Queen of Wands is just this like warm, joyful, like exuberant, confident, intuitive, magical type of personality, right? It's just really, it's definitely in that strength, in that confidence, and in that trusting of the intuition, right? And also really lit up by life, really lit up by what you're passionate about, these types of things. And then in the end of the month, we see that it's the 3 of Wands. And so I think that there is this progression probably that happens with in terms of opportunities and like where things kind of come, you know, in the middle of the month, perhaps to where you've made some decisions and now it's it's time to start to enact your plans, right? So you're starting to take these steps to go forward that it's like, okay, I've decided on a path, or I've decided on this opportunity, and now it's time to start executing on the plans to make those things go forward and to happen, right? So it's kind of like we leave you off at the end of the month with like, now you're starting to go forth. So the challenge card being the King of Swords, I think you want to be careful not to be emotionless, like not to be so far removed from your emotions and too much in the world of like the land of logic. It is helpful for us to have both. Obviously, we need them both. And also we can move into places that are too cold, too guarded, too unfeeling, and just very, want to be careful with how you wield your words, also with how you speak what you call your truth, what is so for you, with your integrity, how you stay true to yourself, and watch yourself so that you're communicating in more conscious ways and not being so maybe cold, right? So wow, I'm really blowing through those. Like normally, if you guys have been with me before, like these videos typically average about 15-ish minutes, and so yeah, I can just see that I'm blazing through them. So I don't know where that's why that is today, but it is. So then we have some guidance for you, right? And I think that there might be some opportunities that come through people from your past, or that there might be some kind of inspiration that you can take from your past and bring that forward in some way. Now I know that this seems kind of vague, so I want to like give us a little bit something extra here. So let's pull another card, especially since I'm doing so well on time. Normally I started out with saying like, oh yeah, these videos are typically longer. I was like, oh man, like maybe my caffeine finally kicked in, a little too late in the day. So feeling this card here. All right. Interesting. Okay. So we have the Seven of Wands showing up here. You know, Seven of Wands is definitely about moving to this kind of like higher level, like up leveling, like stepping into the next version of yourself or your work or whatever it is, and holding the line, right? You may notice that this does happen from time to time, is that we might get some kind of inspiration to move forward, or to like upgrade our health, or how we are in the world, our upgrading what we believe is like the next iteration of like who we're presenting as in the world, how we want to step into ourselves, how we want to step into our work or whatever it is. And in doing so, we can often get pushback from the world, or as well-meaning as the people are who love and care about us, we can get pushback from them as well, and feel kind of tested to hold the line, to hold to this new level that we are moving to, and to stick with that. And so there is that encouragement to do that here. So I hope that makes sense for you. I hope this was insightful. If it was, please give the video a like. It does help as I'm building the channel. It really does. Please also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these videos or the astrological videos on the horizon. I did end up having a busier than expected end of the month in October. So it was just gnarly. And so this is coming out a couple days into November. So please forgive the timing on that. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.